we go.
Hey guys, Eric here with Carolina Autos. Just wanted to get some new content out on the channel. I know I haven't been uploading a lot lately. My new job this year has been pretty hectic. Supply chain is a pretty crazy industry to be in right now. But I wanted to try a couple different things with the channel. So going through, obviously still doing car reviews. I still have the Camaro. Still driving that when I get a chance. I haven't gotten my GoPro out a whole lot this year, but I do kind of want to, now that I've kind of taken a step back and taken a few months away from YouTube, I want to get back to it, and I'm going to try a couple different things here, just see what sticks, see what direction the channel should really go now that it's monetized. And one of those I wanted to do like crash reviews or crash breakdowns. So what I'll end up doing is a few of those just to get them out there, see how well they perform. Over the next couple weeks, I'll probably also be doing a full review of the Camaro SS1LE, and then maybe a couple other cars from friends of mine. But really just wanted to start doing this. These videos won't eat up as much time as doing car reviews or road reviews. That's pretty intensive, especially on a weekend after a long week of work. It's just a lot of editing to put together. Doing stuff like this should be a little bit more efficient time-wise for me, and we'll see if people are interested in things like that. So what we'll do is we'll go through and we'll start viewing these. We'll view the raw footage, and then we'll kind of go through a couple of comments and breakdowns and things that we could watch out for when we're on the road, things that we could do differently than people here did. So let's go through the first couple and see how this goes. You guys be sure to let me know what you think in the comments. I've got a couple of drawing tools here that we can use, so we'll try out a couple different versions of the software. So let's see this first video here. Okay, so let's back that up. And talk about what happened there. All right, so right off the gate here, we got a car. We see the side of the car. We're coming down this direction of travel in the left lane. I see somebody here wanting to maybe pull out. Looks like somebody's in that car. Got some cross traffic here. So what's confusing to me is we see this person coming across, and now they may jump into the right lane. They may do that. In fact, they kind of did. They really didn't pick a lane. But we have probably, if I had to guess, 150, 200 feet here before you really have to take any action. Now, if we watch, this person just does not slow down. Still going, okay. So here the person has completed their turn. They still haven't picked a lane. Why are we still going that fast? Completely avoidable accident. Now, we've got some space. No median here. No oncoming traffic. This person is in our lane of travel. And we haven't reacted whatsoever. We saw them not really picking a lane, didn't react. Why did we not react? So instead of hitting the brakes, we blow the horn and hit them. very avoidable accident. We had time to react. We saw them pulling over into our lane. We saw them pulling across our lane first and then back into our lane. So, very avoidable accident. Slow down before you get to the accident. When you see something happening, just go ahead, preemptively get on the brakes. This one could have been avoidable by just stopping short, or, even at the last minute, swerving into the other lane just to get around them if you had to. I'd rather not draw alongside them, but, and then, we lay on the horn as if, yes, they did do something wrong, but man, a little bit of foresight on that one would have gone a long way. Alright, well, again, slow down. Alright, so this guy is on a motorcycle. Let's back this up a little bit. So we're on a motorcycle here. Now, I saw something at the start of this. See if we can back it up just a little bit more. Alright, so this motorcycle rider is already looking kind of where he actually needs to be looking. So he was looking over at the traffic over here. He's seeing all of this stopped. He actually looked right, saw all of this traffic that's about to merge onto the highway stopped. Now, he's got some pretty good distance here. Doesn't have a lot of options. So if this lane does in fact come to a halt, he's not doing a very good job of getting prepared or in front of anything that might happen. Now we see the brake lights on the Camaro in front of us. These guys are already merging. This lane slowing down with the big truck in it. The lane in front of us is slowing down. And he is still, if you listen to the throttle there, he's not released the throttle. He's not rolled on throttle. He's not made any indication that he's going to change lanes. In fact, it looks like he's got one hand off of the controls. Now we see brake lights from this car. I see brake lights. I see a car over here already kind of in between lanes, which is not good. And I see brake lights directly in front of me. Okay, so the person in front of you is most likely not going to hear you revving. So the best scenario here is if this lane to your left is open, I would jump in that lane and then subsequently pretty quickly this lane. In fact, I would have jumped in that lane a while back. It didn't look like he is exiting or anything, so there's no reason, especially on a motorcycle, for you to be in this lane. You should have dropped back, slowed down, left plenty of space, noticed all these cars are merging in, and you should have moved over to go around the obstacle, or just simply slowed way down and given plenty of space to these cars moving in. Because what's going to happen now is you've got just a few feet, maybe 50 feet, and a car trying to jump in. They're not on the brakes. That person is, and we all saw what happened. Okay, so the situation just continues to get worse here. We realize that this car is about to hit the back of this other car. Pretty inevitable at this point. They're either going to hit the white car on the right, or they're going to run straight into the back of the Camaro. And straight into the back of the Camaro. Now, good job by him splitting lanes like that at the last second, but man, you put yourself in a bad spot. He's moving faster than the truck, faster than the cars on the right. Who knows where this other car could have bounced. So just, preemptively slowing down, recognizing the situation, there's traffic merging in, getting out of that lane, especially on a motorcycle, is what I would have done. He's lucky. He's lucky. He got out of there. That kind of last minute swerve. He's lucky he had room to brake and room to swerve over and not hit anything. All right, and the last one we want to talk about, I'll let you guys watch this, and we'll talk about some things we could have done different.
A little more. 85. 84. Oh, they're turned. They have a turn signal on.
They didn't.
Oh.
I honked.
And then they put it on.
Yes. Oh my
God.
Jesus.
Holy.
So this is a big thing that I wanted to talk about with everybody is, sitting at a light like that and feeling pressured when you have somebody behind you. These people, in fact, they actually blew the horn. As these people were trying to turn left, I don't think they had their turn signal on at first. They might not have realized they were turning. But, you're sitting there trying to make a left, and it's your job to turn left safely. You owe that to yourself, the people on oncoming traffic, and any occupants you might have in the vehicle with you. I see this a lot where people are turning left across lanes of traffic, turning left across just an oncoming lane maybe, or trying to merge into traffic, where you might have somebody behind you who wants to go straight, who wants to turn right, and they start feeling impatient because you're turning left. Don't worry about that. When we come up to a scenario like this,
80. A little more. 85. 84.
no signal.
Oh, they're turned. They have a
Then they turn their turn signal.
turn signal on.
Okay, good job.
Ow.
I honked.
And then they put it on.
Yes.
So, but what they've done is they've heard the honk from the people behind them. Now they feel pressured to hurry up and get out of the way. So they're not paying attention here. Lights green. I mean, they can see traffic. There's obviously traffic sitting here trying to turn left as well. Which means it's probably difficult to see. But you're in an SUV. This first car is pretty small. They definitely should have seen the Chrysler coming up between the cars here. And what probably happened was they just felt pressured, trying to make a left turn. And there we go. That's all it takes. And if you're the car behind, this is why I tend to give people the benefit of the doubt. I'm pretty slow to honk the horn at people just because I don't want them to put them in a situation like this where they feel pressured and they make a bad decision and turn right in front of somebody. I'm usually not in a rush. I can wait and be patient.
Oh my
God.
Jesus.
Holy.
That was a pretty hard lick, too.
West
This was
Congress.
probably moving 30 or so miles an hour. Okay, first of all, that car doesn't look as bad as I thought it was going to look. I mean, they basically went under the truck, and thankfully they got shot back out instead of ran completely over. But let's back that up and watch that again. All right, so first thing that I notice here is that is probably a new stop sign. I see flags on the stop signs, which means we've either had problems with this intersection recently, or, like I said, they're a new stop sign where this didn't used to be a four-way stop. So again, we get pressured into moving or doing something that we're used to doing without looking. And just like the last one, this one could have been pretty easily avoidable. I mean, that truck is moving. He is moving fast. This person barely stopped, and then kind of only halfway commits to getting across the intersection. So they're just barely moving. I don't think they ever hit the brakes, so until the truck had already basically hit them. So yes, truck ran the stop sign. And it is an all-way stop. We can see that. It probably says all-way at the direction they were approaching from. But still, if you just a quick stop and look both directions at especially a four-way, large, multiple-lane intersection, that one could have been pretty easily avoidable. That truck was probably doing 40, 45 miles an hour. Clearly not going to be able to stop. Whether he's loaded or unloaded doesn't really matter. He's 50 feet from the stop sign and still doing 45, 50 miles an hour. Those people are lucky. They probably survived that. But that could have been a lot worse. A smaller car, or I think further under control. So hopefully everybody got that one happening about the same time I did. I'll pause it and see. Okay, here. This person is already out of their lane, in my lane, in an oncoming turn. They have already vacated. This person does not react here at all. Now, if we had reacted here, probably 100 feet or so. Now, closing, two cars closing, obviously that distance is going to close pretty quick. But if we'd have recognized it here, we could have gotten on the brakes, gotten over to the right, to the shoulder. They still may have hit us, but we're going to give them as much space as possible if we recognize this soon. This person does not get on the brakes until... Ooh. If they ever got on the brakes, there might have been a dip right before they swerved. Too late to do anything, and you see what happens is it upset the balance of the car. They're off over the shoulder now, trying to evade and brake at the same time, and getting back up on the pavement. Looks like they lost control of the car. But again, just like in the last one, the last clip, just paying attention up the road, around the next corner, through the next corner, could have given them a lot more time to react here. This one was pretty avoidable, I feel like. A lot of these have been pretty avoidable just by paying attention and reacting sooner. So we'll stop it right there, guys. And we'll go through more of these going forward. If everybody kind of likes these breakdowns, I'll just keep doing crash breakdowns. These are pretty quick to put together. Keep working on projects like this for you guys. Like I said, we'll probably be doing some car reviews coming up. I'm just going to kind of put some different kind of videos on the channel and just see what sticks, what works, what doesn't. But you guys let me know in the comments. If you see any videos you want me to kind of take a look at and break down, happy to do so. And we'll keep going through lessons and stuff like this as we move forward. So I'll probably just make this a separate kind of video series on the channel. So you guys just be looking for stuff like this coming up. Thanks for watching.